Alright, so hey guys, this is me 80s more for four. Today, guys, I'm going to give you guys my opinion on Chelsea's transfer window so far. So, of course, they have already made the two signings this window, as in Koulibaly and Raheem Sterling. So, I'm going to give you guys my opinion on both of those players, respectively. And Chelsea are even looking at more players' potential, which I'll discuss towards the end of this video. So, of course, like I said, guys, if you're new out here, consider subscribing to the channel. We're on the road to 900 subscribers. As of today, we're at 839 subscribers, so very, very close to 850. And I would really, really appreciate if you could subscribe to the channel. Like I said, guys, I've been covering all the transfer news on here on this channel, and this is a place for transfer news. So keep in mind for any club in particular in the top five leagues. Okay, so yeah, man, let's go and get started. So let's start with the first sign we have. Let's start with the Koulibaly sign first, and that Chelsea have finally signed a defender after letting go of Christensen and Rudiger, and potentially even Aspilicueta and maybe even Alonso. Chelsea really definitely needs some strength in that backline position. And you got Kalidou Koulibaly, who's always been, in my opinion, one of the top center backs in the world. He's always been up there as one of the best. And it's just a shame that he never really got the recognition just because he plays for Napoli. And obviously, Napoli is not as they're a big team, but they're not as big as like the teams like Chelsea, Man United, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, these kind of things. They'll never be in that conversation. They're not even bigger than Inter or Juve Milan. They'll just never be in that conversation. And if Koulibaly is really serious about getting that recognition, he needs to make that move. And he finally made that move at this age. Some would say this move is a bit too late for his career. I think right now he's like 30 years old, if I'm not mistaken. Let me do a quick. Actually, let's just do a quick age check real quick. Let me just check on my phone real quick because how old is he? Because that's gonna be interesting. So let me see how old is he. I might be wrong here, but I think he's like 30 or 31. I might see. So let's see. Yeah, he's 31 actually. My bad. So it's roughly around there. And as I said, I think for his kind of player, like I said, the type of player that Chelsea really needs their back line. And it's going to be interesting to see how he can strengthen that Chelsea defense because, as I said, that Chelsea defense is going to be very much missing next season. And like I said, he could be the ingredient, that piece that could be there to the puzzle. You know, he's really, really good with aerial. He's really good with physicality, and that is something that Chelsea can really use in their back line. Somewhat like a Rudiger replacement in some ways. And some would even say he's already better than Rudiger. You know, so as I said, that's gonna be my thoughts on this player. Hopefully, he does well at Chelsea, and let's see what he does, man. Let's see what he does. Now we have the next one. This is a bit of a kind of a more strange one, you can argue. And let me just make the image a little bit bigger for you guys because it's a little too small for me at least. And that is Raheem Sterling. Now, Raheem Sterling is a player that I never believed he would leave. I always thought he would stay in Man City, and now he's actually making a move to Chelsea, which is really interesting. I believe Chelsea paid 45 million, and I think Chelsea paid 30 million for Koulibaly, if I'm mistaken. So this could be interesting because, like I said, guys, Chelsea really needs some more forwards, and especially forwards that can score goals, because they have a lot of forwards at the club. That's not really the issue. It's just that many of them are not very clinical whatsoever. Like their most clinical, you could probably say right now, is probably Kai Havertz, and he's not even a striker. And the thing about Raheem Sterling is that you could put him on a winger, you could put him as a striker as well as a false nine, and he could do the job. You know, Even for these last two seasons for Man City, although he's not really been the main guy anymore, obviously after that Lyon game, he's never really been the main guy. He still has got good numbers and good stats. And as I said, it's really interesting to see how City are letting go of so many players the same window. They let go of Gabriel Jesus, they let go of Raheem Sterling, they let go of Fernandinho. They're losing a lot of players, man. And they might even potentially lose Bernardo Silva, depending on what happens with Barca and the whole Frankie de Jong situation. Obviously, that'll be a topic for another day. But anyways, it's gonna be interesting to see how Chelsea do with him because, like I said, Raheem Sterling for me, he is a player that I think he could still do well. I think he is still good at his age. I still think that he can do something. You know, it's just up down to Tuchel in particular. Can Tuchel get the best out of him? Because we have seen players, even at their very late age, just need to change of scenery. Look at Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, for instance. Everyone thought he was finished at Arsenal. Look what he did. He came to Barcelona, came on a free transfer, had a whole new environment, and is now blossoming well at Barca. And you could argue is actually one of their best players. You know, and so it's going to be interesting to see how Raheem Sterling does. It's still the EPL, so obviously he will not really need to adapt. And it's crazy to say he's gonna be he's played at the three big teams in England right now: Chelsea, Man City, and Liverpool. So as I said, it'll be interesting to see what Raheem Sterling does at Chelsea, and who knows, man? Maybe he could be that missing piece for Chelsea in their attack for that goal scoring aspect. So now let's talk about potential transfers, potential imminent transfers. Chelsea are still interested in Nathan Ake. Reportedly, they want Nathan Ake, and I believe who else they want. I think that's about it. I think they're interested in Nathan Ake as well for that left back position, as seen as they potentially could lose Marcus Alonso. Then he could also play as a center back as well, so that would be good depth indeed because they lost two center backs this summer. So as I said, I want you guys to comment down below your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you guys think of Chelsea's transfer window so far? And make sure you guys comment down below your thoughts. Subscribe if you're not, like to be if you enjoy. Make sure you guys check out me my platforms. List is description below. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.